Good. How's it
Nice.
going with you?
I'm good. Had a
Nice.
productive day so far. Hope to continue that.
Nice. I just woke up, so I'm gonna try to
Okay, so
start it.
you're starting with the most productive thing imaginable, which is
Exactly.
talking about melee. Um,
Yep.
so, dude, I was watching the VOD last time. There's some funny fucking shit, man.
That VOD is hype.
Me and Kalindi are so dumb. We're like fucking idiots. That's great. But yeah. So what I was gonna tell you was just that at the time I hadn't really been playing Melee, but when I did play Melee, I was wanting to play Falco. So
Uh-huh.
it was at the point where, like, I had in my mind a bunch of really specific ways I wanted to play, and I had practiced the tech skill for them some, but I
Yeah.
hadn't really played Melee in like a solid 2 weeks or something. So, like,
Okay, yeah.
not versus people especially. So I like showed up and was like, how do I play versus people who are like top 20, you know?
Right, right.
And then I was like, oh yeah, and then that's why it's like partway through the matches I start like playing better.
Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Duck
Yeah,
with
I like pretty much
being
had played melee versus people during that VOD.
Yeah, yeah. That makes sense. But then slowly comes back.
Yeah. So yeah. But anyway, so let's talk. What's been going on? So
Um,
Genesis happened.
yep. I
I
did.
saw you versus Moon.
Yeah. Yeah, I rewatched Me versus Moon and I looked a lot worse than I remembered. um,
That's pretty funny then, right? Because
yeah. I think I'm starting to know more like what I should look like. So whenever I watch myself play, I'm like more aware that I'm not like that yet. Um, so I don't know. I'm not like super happy with my play right now, but I think I'm like moving in the direction
that's
that I'll be
awesome.
happy with it. Yeah.
I'm happy to hear that because I watched you versus Moon, and I thought you did a good job with the general idea, but it's definitely not like all coming
Yeah. And I had like maybe a couple individual interactions where I was like, nice, that is something that I want to be part of my game plan. But then for the most part, I'm just like playing scared the whole time and like, I don't know, uh, not being like super proactive with a lot of things. And then when I do go in, sometimes my threats are like not worth and stuff. And then there's just a lot of little things that I don't super approve of when I watch myself.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's good.
sa- Same with I played Wavebringer and I won. It was game three.
Oh yeah, and then we
Um,
talked. You were like, "Yeah, Mango just bodied the much better
Yeah,
team."
yeah. And so I rewatched, especially in fact, I kind of want to watch that one, just game three, just because that's the one where like I super didn't know how to approach, and I'm just curious, like how many opportunities I was missing and what you would be looking at, basically. So, but probably we should start with the moon set, I think.
Yeah, I think that's better.
Yeah,
I think that this concept of like your whole gameplay coming together, I think, is pretty important.
yeah,
Where it's like too often it's just like individual situations where you go, "Oh, nice," as opposed to like long pieced together sequences.
yeah, yeah,
But I think you, like you said, you seem to have a better idea of what it should look like, which I think
yeah,
is a huge step forward.
yeah.
Um,
Uh, just like this week when I've been playing people and stuff, I've been trying to be more proactive and like play more correct, you know. And
Searching Squid Moon was a very bad idea.
Are we not big enough to be the first thing that shows up?
The YouTube algorithm's been very shitty for me lately. So like
Yeah.
I searched, I couldn't find Evo 2015 VODs of like me versus Leffen and stuff.
Oh my god.
And I don't know if they got taken down or if it's just like YouTube is being really fucky. Like I've been searching a bunch of things and not finding what I've been planning on finding.
Oh
So
dang, there's a huge Minecraft YouTuber named iBallistic Squid.
yeah,
So
that's what Minecraft came up.
he has like 6 million views on these videos. Like holy shit.
Wow.
It's gonna take me a while to catch up to that.
Can you find
Yeah, I just searched here. Uh Here, I sent it to you.
so how did you find this?
I searched Squid Genesis 6.
Okay, I'm going to try that because my YouTube search has just been like so bizarre. Genesis 6. Okay, yeah. Typing Squid Genesis 6 works.
Nice.
If I type Squid Moon Genesis 6, it doesn't come up at all. Oh, because it's La Luna.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Come on, what the fuck? They should have typed Moon in it.
yeah.
But it's crazy that searching Squid Moon Genesis 6 has no results at all for anything of you at Genesis 6.
What the fuck?
Isn't that strange?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the
But
way
for some reason, my SSS VOD comes up. I mean, I guess that's because he's the moon on that one.
Yeah. It's just the way the search function has worked lately, I think, is not as good as it used to.
They're trying to get too clever.
Yeah, it's funny. I wonder how many people are aware enough to notice that YouTube's search algorithm has most likely changed.
Yeah.
I noticed it yesterday, and it's been consistent.
I'm pretty sure it's because like they have AI that updates stuff like that. I think so. It's possible that it's like not even a human changed it. It's just like
slowly. Yeah, that's possible. Okay, so anyway, oh yeah, and then did you watch some of that Falco Marth VOD, right?
Yeah, I watched all of it.
Was it any good?
Yeah, it was. So the thing I noticed the most out of it, I don't remember if I messaged you about it afterwards, but it was
really talk about it, I think.
Yeah, basically, like it's kind of a while back. You sent me a video about like old school Falco versus Marth.
Yes, I remember talking about that.
Yeah, you like space really far away and then full approaching laser and then play a mix up off that laser basically. And so like while you're far away, you're always very safe, but Marth could potentially hang himself if he does like a dash attack. But if he doesn't, then you get to do a full approaching laser mix up or something like that. And you get to like guarantee to jump over power shielded lasers because you're far enough away to be able to do like laser approaching laser over it and stuff. So I kind of saw a lot of that in the VOD too, where you were just like staying at such a safe range and only like every time you got into a range where like something could happen, you were playing the mix up, you know, like you weren't afraid to like go in and then try to disengage or something because like you realize that you have to play the mix up once you get close enough, kind of is how I saw it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So because I think my habit of like wanting to disengage to shoot a laser again is like one of the big things that prevents me from playing a lot of mix-ups and playing aggressive, basically.
So it's just like being better at recognizing when you have to play the mix-up.
Yeah, and or even just seeing like the option of like retreating turnaround laser as like one of the options and not as the default option I do when we reset or something.
Oh yeah, I definitely have that problem of retreating turnaround laser in like almost every situation ever.
Yeah, because we talked about it where it's like it's not awful 95% of the time, but sometimes you're just giving up a lot by doing it.
Yeah, sometimes it's just not the best thing to do.
Yeah. And like some players do eventually catch on and like especially like Fox can kind of just run up and hit you or something sometimes.
Yeah.
Or like we'll reset and then he's just like, I'm gonna run up all the way and overshoot running shine or something. And I was like, oh yeah, no, you do have time for that. So
you do have time for that. Yeah, I'm trying to see. I wish I remembered more of the video. Did you feel like it? Do you feel like it helped you understand what Falco Marth should look like, though?
Yeah, I think so. And then, so the other thing is that at the start of the video, this is one where you said that you were getting tilted at the start, right?
Was this that video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it was clear that like at the beginning, like I wasn't doing as well, and then like halfway through, I started playing way smarter.
Yeah. And the big thing to me is that you were so part of the thing is with Falco in this matchup. Since you're the one shooting lasers, you're the one that kind of gets to dictate when the mix-up happens. And at the start, you would play the mix-up every time. And, like, sometimes you would lose the mix-up.
I rarely waited for things to happen.
Yeah. And then later on, you either would wait and then punish it, or you would just shoot more lasers and then play the mix-up immediately. And so he would, like, try to play the mix-up 3 times. Like, he would take laser swing, take laser dash back, take laser swing, and then the 4th laser you go in, and, like, by this time you've got a read on his pattern or something, or you've seen the whip if you can.
I remember one part of the video, or those matches that was really frustrating, was, like, where I was doing something bad, is every time I had him cornered, he would waveline across the side platform, and I would never do anything about it.
Yep.
Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. That's something Zane did to me a long time ago.
Yeah, and then I remember I felt like I literally never covered it. And then I remember once I stopped being mad and started using my brain, I started, I I started like hitting him for going to side platform like a lot more often.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I remember when I played Zane, he would basically do this circle where he just dashes back out of lasers till he reaches the corner.
And
Get to
then
the platform.
eventually use the platform and then dash back
Yep.
again. Yeah, that's exactly what Articanus did in these videos.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah. It's pretty
yeah,
powerful.
yeah, it's good, but like if you're just like not autopiloting, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
not as
I
good.
do this against bad Falcos with my Marth sometimes. I'm like, look, you can just do this, and I just go around in a circle over and over again.
Yeah, and then like they never hit you ever, right?
Yeah, but more importantly, they probably just give you free openings all the time. Like
Yeah.
your dash backs just turn into pivot grabs, and then the running off the platform turns into a running off fair that combos into a grab because they're not.
Yeah, that makes sense. But did you feel like when you watched it, did you see me start beating those types of options?
Yeah.
Okay, just making sure, because I think that's like one of the biggest takeaways from this video, honestly.
Yeah. Do you mean specifically the platform thing, or just the waiting and beating?
Both, honestly.
Because I don't think I noticed the platform thing that much. To me,
this might not be the. It's possible that this also isn't the one I'm thinking of. But you said it was pretty clear that I like started playing way better. So.
Yeah.
So it's likely to be it, but it's hard to say.
Yeah.
Um,
he looks pretty good though.
I mean, that's good. I mean, I don't expect it to ever look like that bad.
Yeah.
I think this was actually wait. I think okay, yeah, this was my attempt at calling it out, so this is probably it. Like, look at this clip. As we've been talking, I've been searching through the video, thinking about things. Look at this clip. I mess up and do full hop double jump dare, but I'm pretty sure it was just. And if you have the audio on, I think I say something about it.
Okay.
But you can see, like, I attempt to call out the side platform thing.
Yeah. Your reaction's really funny. You're like, that's what I'm looking for now.
Oh, did I say that? That's hard.
Yeah, I fucking had it.
Okay, yeah, this sounds like me. I had it as this. Yeah, and like I think from then on, I'm just like pissed. But yeah, like there's definitely a part where I'm really looking for the side platform stuff.
Yeah.
And I think it's important though to like make sure you're being that aware the whole time. But anyway, let's watch you versus Moon.
Yep.
Let me know if this video is playing for you.
It is.
Okay, cool. Give me 1 second and then we can watch.
God.
Okay, so I'm ready to start.
One more thing to mention is like, this is at Genesis, and I don't think I wasn't like nervous while playing. Like my hands weren't shaky or anything, but I do think I played differently because it was Genesis, where I was like a little like more reserved and like I don't know. So that's another thing, just like independently has to be worked on. I think to like how to properly play at bigger tournaments without letting it affect you or anything.
That makes total sense to me. Let's watch from though.
Yep.
Okay, that doesn't need to happen.
Yeah. Me versus Zio. I lost to Zio at this tournament in losers. Game 5, I lost an entire stock right at the start from no neutral start, spawning next to him on FD.
Oh, really?
I think he just approaching stomped, and I retreating lasered at the start, and he
killed
me out of it, and I was like, oh my god.
That's unfortunate. I think this one was like a good starting position for you, though, relatively.
Yeah. I just retreating lasered. And...
Yeah, I would drop down and then dash forward.
Yeah, because I think like Marth doesn't have huge threats where he's gonna hit you in center stage from the top platform. So.
Also, if Marth countered in front of me, I would probably down air punish it, just as a random thought. Down air is a pretty clean punish at that %.
Yeah, true. Because especially now I can even do an early down air. So.
I also think if you wanted to be more proactive, it could be reasonable to hit him out of the full jumps more, like we talked about.
Oh yeah, like full hop nair.
Because he's like full hop like 3 times in front of you, and I think like you could dash under short hop bear or full hop and hit him, like you said you did versus that one Marth or whatever.
Yeah, or didn't do.
Or
It's
didn't
like,
do, but then you did later versus someone
Yeah.
else or Zane, because I was like, oh, what was that? And you're like,
Right. Yeah.
So like Moon is very, and I think we talked about it beforehand, but Moon is like very vulnerable to that.
Yeah.
So it's okay if you didn't do it every time, but I think you should be looking for it some of the times.
Yeah.
Sure. And then I think we talked about positioning versus sharking Marth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Last time. So this is a good example. I would not face forward while sharking him.
Yeah, you're right. I actually, like, as I shield dropped, I was like, what am I looking for here? Like,
yeah, I would do like wave dash back on the platform and then drop through with my back so that I can double jump back air up till.
Yeah, okay, I see that.
Cool.
Because my first instinct was to drop through turnaround, but that's like a little. Mm-hmm. But I like having the double jump back air as an option too.
Yeah, it's super good. Also, versus Moon, I would definitely prioritize tech in place.
Okay, yeah.
That was good. I don't like jumping on the top platform very much, though. Because, like, once you jump, like, jumping's only good if you plan on falling through, I think.
Yeah, I think I was planning on doing the mango fast fall laser.
And then you, like, changed your mind.
I thought there was a chance. Yeah, he nared, right? So
yeah. But that's why I just, like, don't like jumping much in the first place.
Okay, yeah.
Just because, like, you can just dash dance and get down.
Yeah, true.
Okay. This should have gone better.
Yeah.
Let's try to. What do you think could have gone better? Let's talk about this.
Okay. Once I whiffed the up air, I don't.
Well, let's even talk about the up air. Do you think the up air was well executed?
Did it only one hit him?
So I feel like it only one hit him.
Yeah.
Like,
so it might have hit if the first hit had been positioned correctly.
Yeah, so you didn't go far enough to the left.
Yeah.
And you kind of timed it weird too.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's start from there. So I think execution on up air, and then what?
The full hop back air doesn't make sense to me because it's like giving up the position too. And even if it hit, I don't think I.
Yeah, and I think here you could consider shine wave landing because the shine might push him off the platform.
Yeah.
So it's pretty safe. Like you could do shine wave land off down air or something like that.
Yeah.
So then you back air, which wasn't amazing, but you did it, and it worked out kind of. But then what happens after the back air?
Yeah, so I shield, and this is something that this is one of the big habits I'm going to be focusing on this next week or so. Is that I almost like last time we talked about how I shield a lot randomly, which just like makes me not able to do a lot of options.
Yes.
On the ground and on platforms. And I think I've been fixing it on the ground, but whenever I watch myself, I still do it all the time on platforms. I think it's because in my mind, I can always shield drop laser out of it, so I'm not really preventing myself, and I can wave dash off the platform, or I can full hop it. Like, in my mind, I still have a lot of options while shielding on the platform, and I'm super safe, and I can shield drop shine. But every time I watch myself, I realize, I can no longer short hop off down air, and I almost never do that, actually. Like, I almost never attack from platforms in that way.
Yeah, I think it's like shielding.
Yeah, and it just like kind of slows me down. Like here, what happens is I full hop back aired, shield drop down there. But if I had just full hop back aired and immediately like grab or something or shine.
Yeah. Well, even after the shield though, I still think you could have reacted and then grabbed him.
And grabbed, yeah, you're right.
Or down air.
Yeah.
So I think there's a ton of things. Do you think you reacted and then down aired, or do you think you did the down air without?
Yeah, I don't think I reacted.
Okay.
I think I just super primed myself on platforms to shield and then do a shield option. Like
yeah. So I think that whole sequence could have been like a potential stock for you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a spot where I would have laser nared, almost definitely.
Mm-hmm. Because you're hitting him in the air and
anytime you're hitting him in the air near you, rising nair is.
Yep. And that was a juicy percent. I would have gotten nair up tilt or nair shine or something.
Yep. Another thing I think is that when he's in the air and you're shooting him, outside of being willing more to challenge him with short hop nair, dash under, short hop bear, and then full hopping and hitting him, I think another thing is that when you laser him, you don't actively reposition where you want to laser him. Like you're at the moment, you're very much prioritizing like, let me make sure to not get hit and shoot him, which is good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you can add in, let me not get hit, shoot him, and then be at the right spacing for whatever I want to do.
Yeah. That's something I was kind of getting from Peach as well while I was studying her this week, where like PPMD and Mango both do this, where it's like the priority when Peach is floating above lasers, she's going to fall with a forward air, is to land the laser as close as possible, or just sometimes they just raw nair, like they'll dash dance nair after the forward air and it's a mix up. So,
Yeah.
Stuff like that, where it's like, okay, try to improve your position as much as he's giving you before you go for it.
Yeah. I think daring after Peach Fair is some janky shit, though. I think if I played Mango or PP with my Peach, I would CC down smash them like a billion times.
Yeah. But I think it's kind of tricky to CC it while going for some of the options. Like if you're trying to fair and then full hop again or fair dash back, fair dash back you can probably do it.
Well, no, see, that's the thing. Like fair full hop, I think Nair just beats, but I think fair dash back, like
yeah.
You should
I think it's just not meta currently where the Peaches are doing dash back.
It's not meta. They super get away with it.
Yeah.
It makes me really mad because if I ever like would talk to them about it, I'm sure they'd be like, "Well, yeah, you just Nair Peach," and I'm like, "What?
Yeah.
No, you can't just Nair Peach."
Yeah.
It's really risky.
Yeah. I also don't know if they like are aware to mix up and like if they were getting CC down smash, they would do something else. Because also sometimes they would laser it, or sometimes I don't know.
Yeah.
And it's percent base. At higher percents, they would dash dance dash attack a lot.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, anyway, look for positioning when you laser instead of just being content to laser. That was good. I think if you executed this downer differently, you would have been able to downer him to the side platform.
Yeah, I think that's what I thought was happening there, and then it didn't. So I was like, oh.
I think it was possible, though.
I would have had to do it a little sooner, right? Because he moved a little.
Definitely sooner.
Nice.
Good. Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, this happened twice, game one.
Yeah, I remember that. Let's talk about this.
I missed the backflip, but so the question is, like, is the regular get up even correct here? I think it's okay. I mean, I definitely, in this situation, it was definitely 100% possible. Like, he maybe could have played around it, but I don't think he did. So
I don't think he did either. So why did this not work?
Well, I didn't fast fall. So first
of all, I think the not fast fall was the biggest problem.
I think when I missed the backflip, in my head I was like, if I fast fall, I might get clipped because I'm not my leg.
Yes, but I think that's literally better.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Because you get sent back on stage.
Yeah.
Luckily, Moon does not know how to kill you.
Yeah.
Like, you literally should have died.
Dude, did you see on our Smash gifts, there was a gift with like 200 upvotes. There was like, Squid shows us how to avoid down throw down tilt gimps. And it's literally just me getting down throw down tilted and then Moon dropping the edge guard. Like,
wait, no.
I was like, no, don't show this. Like,
this is me getting down throw down tilted. That's really funny, actually.
The comments do say that, though. The comments were like,
Okay, good.
Yeah, but I thought it was hilarious.
Okay, so this is a great example of positioning stuff. Like, so you kind of juke him, it was good, and then you're retreating laser like really
so far.
So, which is good if you expected like wave dash F smash.
Yeah.
But, like, versus literally any other option, I don't think that was...
Especially because I get a laser out. So right here, I have a laser out, and I still retreat more.
Yes.
So I don't think I need to... Like, the first one might have been a little far, but the second one was definitely egregious, so... Yeah, see there, I maybe could have played the mix-up against that Nair, but I retreating lasered, which is kind of okay, but like...
I thought this one was fine, but that does make sense to me. I honestly think that's a fine strategy.
Yeah.
I think here is the problem, though, where like you had chances to move forward. Watch this. So you laser, and then like you keep lasering in place. Like, what if you lasered forward very slightly after the first laser?
Yeah, I think I told you last lesson where like I started replacing all my lasers in place with like the half approaching lasers, and eventually, and like I was kind of training myself to go back to lasering in place sometimes because I would run into shit. So I think
you just need to recognize positions more and figure out when it's good and not.
Agreed, yeah.
Did you know he was gonna back throw up air?
No.
Okay, you have so like this is a very common like Marth flowchart here.
Yeah.
It's just
Kador
useful to know.
does do this one. So do you just DI the back throw off the platform?
You can do that, or you can just make sure to tech to the left of the platform.
Okay.
Because
You also might be able to just miss tech and then
tech in
also
place.
tech the
Yeah.
up air. Yeah.
I don't know if you get up tilted afterwards for that though.
Oh yeah, maybe.
I think you would if they were paying attention.
Yeah.
Um, you were slow on that.
Yeah. So it looks like it was an okay option, but a little too slow.
Yeah, I also think you're playing a little too scared. You're playing kind of as if like Marth has like a fox short hop nair at you.
Right.
So there's the time where you come down from top platform and shield. And these aren't bad decisions, but you're doing it every time. So watch this, the shield. Like you could have gone and hit him or something.
Yeah.
And then it happens again in a second where let's see this. So that just holds shield, you know? Like you did the down air kind of ambiguous with your drift, so you could just play confidently afterwards.
Right, okay, yeah.
I mean, you might lose the interaction, but like
but
I
it's
think
fine.
it's worth trying, especially because like I think like if you watch Mango versus like any top 30 player, he just respects that situation 100% of the time, and it works 100% of the time.
Yeah. Yeah, I do think just a hallmark of my play right now is playing too scared.
And then versus Ledge, I think you needed a better plan this set. I remember feeling that way when I watched it.
Yeah, I think I'm not great versus Ledge in general.
You should just come up with a plan and then like come up with a plan and stick to it. And then see how it goes. Like don't do anything else. Literally just do that. See how it goes. And then try a different plan, see how it goes. And then figure out which elements you want to mix in, you know?
Right. Instead of like winging it every time.
Try literally only laser F tilting and grabbing for like, you know, an entire session versus like try versus 3 different Marth players. The next 3 Marth players. And then next time try not lasering at all. And then the third time try like only using the platform. And then like figure out how to mix them all at the end.
Okay. Nice.
So the big thing is you should have hit him for the side B.
Okay, yeah.
That situation doesn't exist because like you would never have double jump refresh there.
I should be able to react. Yep, okay.
Well, I like drop down shining him a lot.
Yeah. Drop down shine back air.
You could also just release ledge back air.
Yeah, I think there.
Yeah, you can live release ledge back air on Battlefield, right?
I think so. I practiced it a long time ago and sucked at it, so.
I'm pretty sure it's possible.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, drop down shine is very safe. So.
Yeah. Also, I mean, you probably have time to drop down double jump back air. It's 1 more frame than drop down back air. So.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, if you're very very fast.
Yeah.
Well, no, because if you double jump rising
back,
be too high. You'll go above his head.
Yeah.
So it's not 1 frame.
Maybe 3 frames.
Yeah. But that might let him grab ledge depending on how fast you react.
True.
Okay, that was really good. Oh, you should have just grabbed the ledge. That was actually so good. So watch this. Up air, back air, fall through, back air, grab ledge.
Yep. I also started the match with what you said I should have done last round.
Yeah, see? It's all confirmed. Laser nair instead of laser F tilt would have been good.
Yep, I know. See, I don't think I realized there
that he jumped.
Yeah.
And then like, this is where I feel like there's a disconnect in your play when I said like the flow of your play. So watch this on the left side. So you kind of mess up, end up on the platform, and he F smash. I feel like if Moon whiffed that F smash versus me or versus like Mango or versus someone, we would have just ended up punishing him.
Yeah.
But like you kind of messed up or did something weird, and it's like you ended up
the short hop. Yeah.
The bear shield. And then like I also feel like Mango doesn't always get the punish, but then he always wins the mix up afterwards.
That's true, yeah.
But like you kind of did neither. Where like you did something weird in the first place, and then that you followed that up with not winning the mix up.
Yeah.
Which is not the worst thing ever, but it's like this is where you could get value versus someone like the Moon.
I agree. I'm also not even sure if I like consciously played the mix up there. Because I think I did bear and I was like, if I don't get there in time,
I'm just gonna run away and laser. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like it wasn't like You didn't laser to beat an option. You just lasered because it was safe.
Right, exactly, yeah. And I think the bear, like, I'm not in a bad spot afterwards. I can just pressure him and stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like,
Oh yeah, I remember us talking about how he does fourth or forward smash a lot. So I was
yeah,
at least glad I didn't get hit by it.
yeah. I'm glad you. Yeah. So this is another example of like the you're not putting it all together, and I think we should
hmm
talk about this a lot. So here you end up doing this shield when he goes above you when you didn't need to, because if Marth double
hmm
jumps, he's gonna take a really long time to come down, right?
Yeah.
So
So I have time to like up tilt a run off forward air, for example.
yeah, or do
So
literally you can do anything. Up tilt was my
yeah,
first thought, but like
yeah,
you can chase him, jump shine, you can go under
hmm
him. But
yeah,
shielding when you see double jump makes no sense.
yeah.
And then afterwards, let's talk about what happened. So you shield and you back air, but then see how you didn't react. So he actually air dodged and just messed up.
hmm
But if you were paying close attention, I feel like you would have been able to just run off down air.
Yeah. So this is one of the times where I was doing the shore hop again, and it's starting to really make sense now. Why you're like, I don't really like jumping on the top platform
It
because
just limits you
yeah,
from reacting. I actually say
exactly,
that
yeah,
in teams a lot too. I always tell people that if you're in a situation you want to react in, don't jump.
yeah, yeah. That makes a lot of sense to me. Yeah,
Yep.
that's actually one of the clearer examples because like I short hop and like if he was on the ground, the timing of like my laser and mixing up the laser timing is kind of fine, but it really does commit me and like I can no longer do runoff options and stuff.
Yep.
So
So it's like let's look at like how this kind of like in terms of like pulling it all together, right?
yeah,
So you shield here, you jump here, and then you don't do a good spacing. So it's
right,
like you
right,
turn around laser, but then you run backwards and get fared anyway.
yeah. And so this whole time, like this is kind of just I don't know. This is kind of me being bad at scrambles, right? And so I'm like, let's reset to laser. Okay, nice. I can play my game plan again. You know, like
Yeah.
so. I just need to recognize situations that aren't me having shot a laser.
Honestly, even when you lasered, you could have done dash forward shield, I think, before he fared.
hmm
And then just shield grabbed him.
Yeah.
Watch it and tell me if you think that's the case.
Oh. Mm, yeah, yeah, for sure. Because I dashed
Yeah.
back and got caught. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I agree with what you said though about like recognizing situations that aren't laser will help a lot.
yeah, yeah,
But this is why I think this is the difference between like if we watch you and we watch someone better versus Marth. It's like
yeah.
what we'll see is like, man, like you're getting these situations and then you'll do three things in a row that are all not
Right.
what they need to be, and then
Mhm.
something goes wrong afterwards.
Yep. Yeah. So I think my thought there is that I generally don't want to mess with runoff forward air. I like being out of range of it, but I just
Yeah,
didn't have
and
time
I
to
agree
get it.
with that strongly, but you just couldn't get out of
Yeah.
range.
I exactly. Oh yeah, you talked about that too. You're like
Yep.
he doesn't do it much versus Falco, but he spams it versus Fox, so he'll probably do it.
Yeah. I believed he would do it.
Yeah.
And then here we had you misjudge slightly the double jump situation.
Hmm.
So you drop through laser. I would like dash dance down air his landing or something.
Yeah. Yeah, this is dash dance down air's landing is like not something I'm looking for there because I just don't do aggressive options off of platforms. So
Well, I'm saying
hope-
after the drop through laser, land and dash dance down air.
oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I thought you meant that you would like dash dance and then shield drop down air it or something.
Oh, that would also be good, especially if you
Yeah.
didn't shield in the first place. Because you
Yeah.
shielded, which again prevented you from dashing.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Okay.
So that also works.
Yep.
And then you should have had this kill, but you did the bear too far into the middle of the stage for no reason.
Yeah.
This is a habit a lot of people have because it feels safer. But
Exactly.
like, there was no cost to jumping slightly back before
Yeah.
bear.
I think in my head it's like I'm not thinking about my drift there because I'm doing the bear expecting it to hit. So my
Yeah,
drift
you
is purely to get
specifically-
But it costs
Honestly-
nothing to stay closer to the edge.
Yes. Also, if you bared further to the right, it might have hit the air dodge startup.
Yeah.
So like, you might have even just gotten the back air.
True.
And then afterwards, he get up attacks, and you like just messed up.
Yikes.
But like that's huge. Like this is where
Yeah.
like Moon's tech skill has been horrendous this set. So this is one
Yeah.
of those sets where Mango would wash him in like 4 minutes.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
it would be like, man, how did Mango body him so badly? And it's like, well, like Moon just messed up so much that
Yeah,
like
it doesn't really matter what the game plan is with execution like that. So
yeah.
my
But
execution,
like you weren't able to punish him for it.
yeah.
So it's like definitely a really big deal. Something I think you might not consider normally that would be good considering is after you rolled, I might have run up grabbed him
Okay.
because he was down airing and
Yep.
like
Yep.
yes, if he L canceled his down air, he was fine, but also he might have just L canceled down air and held shield to not get F smashed or something.
Yep. No, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
We talked about roll being something to like look at reaction points during because I wasn't very good at that. That makes sense to me.
Also, I think this was one where you were primed to shield drop, so you weren't considering short hop bear, but I think you could have short hop bared him for whiffing that up air.
Oh yeah.
But again, since you're only looking for shield drop, it's like way too hard to get this.
Yeah.
So I think that's like all of these things put together is kind of why I think it ends up not looking as good. Even if you watch, like you've been studying and you've been learning, it's like I think you understand the ideas, but like
Yeah.
you have to play in a way that lets you implement them.
Yeah, because this is super not a set where I was like, Sammy, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. You know? Like,
yeah. Which is good.
Yeah. As long as I can fix it, so.
You got it. Yeah, it worked. I still would have hit him for the side B, I think.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, or double jump backwards stall is also amazing there because like he's stuck under battlefield essentially.
Yeah, I've been doing the double jump stall more lately, but who knows? It shows it. I actually like have been doing the double jump stall a lot more than the regular get up lately, but I think because this is one of the like it's Genesis type of thing.
Yeah. Also, I swear to God, you had this, and then you just like didn't.
Oh my God! Yeah.
I assume you like were going for it.
Yeah, I think so.
There's also something with like the situations earlier where I said you were scared and you would hold shield and then like AC bear or something.
Yeah.
There's a lot of situations like that where I think if you because I was watching the VOD of me retarded Canis while we were talking, and there was actually a ton of situations where I would whiff something and then dash away, and instead of lasering, I would just keep dash dancing and get a whiff punish.
Yeah. So this is something where I've been thinking of it in terms of like in my head it's wave dash there, where like if you dash away, you're kind of stuck in run unless you do like the full length like Foxtrot, right? But if you wave dash away, then you have all your options available at that new spot. So it's like I've been trying to wave dash more in order to
that
look
makes
for
sense.
what you're
describing. It also limits it also fucks your momentum though, so be careful.
That's true, yeah. So, but yeah, full length Foxtrot can be an option that's better there too, and I'm just not looking for it right now. So
I think there's a spot like right over here somewhere. Let me go back. Yeah, right after that AC bear. So like I think you could have realistically dash dance punished that.
Yeah, because I'd already committed to doing laser, but I could dash away and then see if I need to laser, if I need to punish something.
Yeah, I think
or just it's part of a mix-up too. Like either I laser or I dash away and do something, but I do the laser every time.
Yeah. Like I think lasering there is good sometimes, but you definitely need to sometimes just not commit.
Right, I agree.
It's actually very similar to the top platform thing.
I was about to say that, yeah, where it's like because I jumped.
Yeah, if you jump, like you can't see what they do anymore, and people, people do tons of things that you can kill them for.
Yeah,
people love doing stuff that gets them killed. Also here, if you paid really close attention, it was tricky. You do 2 lasers, and he dash attacks between the first and the second laser.
Yeah, I could have grabbed.
Yeah, or down air. Sometimes you can't tell. Like, you couldn't know exactly if he dash attacked. Because he could have done dash forward, dash back, and your spacing might have been fucked for grab. But I'm very comfortable just YOLO down airing it. It's not YOLO, it's just like straight down airing at Marth.
No, I know, yeah.
Because I think grab is good, but slightly risky theoretically.
Right. Because you're not 100% sure of the spacing.
Yep. And then you have smashed him on wake up there at work. Yeah. Yeah, overall, I feel good about the fact that, like, I feel like we talked about the right things for this set.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the execution is not easy. Oh man, this is another one. Like, look, you did the mango down air,
Yeah.
and then you just AC varied.
Right. I'm like,
Like,
ah!
like no
Yeah.
you're not playing people high enough level to be like calling out the next level of thing. Like literally,
Right.
just
Just
hit them.
attack again. Yeah. Oh, man.
Like you've got it.
Yeah, you baited the thing you're trying to bait. Now punish it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't give people too much credit on any of this.
Yeah.
On this edge guard, I think I would light shield Edgehog here personally.
Yeah, he jumped already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think don't forget. I think drop down shine just like is really good there on the side.
Yep. Okay, I need to super look out for that more when I play Marth.
Although, funnily enough, I've been my friend does drop down shine back air there like every time because I told him to drop down shine. I didn't tell him to back air, and I've finally been
oh yeah,
no one does this, but I've finally gotten the DI in.
Yeah.
So that's why I think drop down just shine is better. But
I can see that. Yeah.
Shine Bear works on like 99% of the population, but like if you really want to be safe, you can just shine. Oh man, this was a huge opening. So you like baited him up there, and remember we talked about how he'll just try to like
fast fall down there with him,
or like even land and then just like run under him and back.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Or grab or, but like this is exactly what we talked about, where he's gonna chase you up there. So like if you bait him up there, you know.
Yeah, I think I don't know. Interactions with platforms are just not super intuitive to me because it's like with lasers, I can always like break it down to certain spacings and like what's happening. And even if I don't laser on the ground, it's like this is instead of a laser is kind of how I think of it in my head. But when I drop down from platforms or like they drop down from platforms or we're hopping around, I like my brain needs to reset the like horizontal distance between us. And I'm just like looking at the vertical distance, so I need to like restructure how I think of that because like I'm always half a beat behind when something happens with platform interactions.
That makes sense to me. What was I thinking? Something else. Oh yeah, like I don't know if it's just because it was Genesis, but you did not do much with your ledge dashes.
Yeah, that is a problem I've had. I've been trying to, because I used to ledge dash shield all the time, and I think I'm getting slight.
Just do ledge dash dash back.
Yeah, you're right.
Like it solves. Like if you're confident with your ledge dash, you should ledge dash down air.
Yeah.
But if you're not, and that would just destroy Moon's down tilt like every single time.
Yeah.
But if you're not confident, just ledge dash dash back, and then that's like the easy way out.
When you do ledge dash back, are you trying to react at any point, or do you do ledge dash back, dash and down air as like a read, or like?
I mean, I always try to react.
Okay.
I would not whiff punish down tilt reactively if that's what you mean.
Right.
But I would react to the spacing, check what he does, check if it's likely that he will down tilt or, you know. Whatever.
When you ledge dash back, are you like doing the dash back and then waiting? Like you won't fall off the ledge if you do that. I'm not, because normally when I do ledge dash back, it feels like I have to do something immediately, so it ends up just feeling like.
I usually do dash back, dash forward, but you can do dash back without falling off for sure.
Okay.
You just have to let go of the control stick as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Man, you also almost had an enormous opening here with that jump shine.
Oh yeah.
And then so I thought this was, again, with your play like coming together, like you could have done Wayland off double jump up there without landing back on the ground.
Yep.
And then that would have given you a better conversion because you would have been, you understand. It's just like little things like that matter so much. And then like you back off and kind of give him the stage.
Yeah.
And like you could have just kept going there. You probably would have just bodied him in this situation.
Right.
You gave up the pressure, which is tricky, but like, and then he down airs and like, I feel like Mango would have wave dashed out and punished that like 100%.
Yep.
It's like you need to be clocked in and ready on every decision. I could so easily imagine Mango creating the exact same situation. One, staying near him, but two, once Moon gets out of it, he would just wave dash out and keep pressuring. And
Yeah, I think in my head I was tunnel visioning there on like the platform forward airs, and I was just not. That was awful, DI.
Oh no. Okay, so I think at the point where I realize that he can't make it, I always grab edge and roll.
Yeah, because at that point it doesn't matter anymore. Yeah.
Also, you can always let go of shield and down smash.
Yeah.
Do you do that ever versus the light shield thing?
I I tend to short hop backwards, but I've heard people talk about it, and I know it's possible. Letting
I
go of
think
shield down
like
smash.
interesting. Wait. Let me think. So short hopping with fast fall takes 17 frames, and then drop shield. Yeah, short hop fast fall is faster than down smash
Oh,
actually.
nice.
Wait, well, there's jump squat, so they might actually
Oh
be the
yeah,
same. So 5 frames jump squat, 17 frames. That's 22 versus let go of shield, which is like 4. Okay, so let go down smash is slightly faster.
slightly faster. Yeah.
Yeah, this makes sense intuitively because that's like why I go for it. But then I was like, huh, wait, maybe it's not faster.
Um, can they like if they up B and they're too far to hit your light shield? Is there no world where the down smash whiffs?
There is, but they would have to be very high up usually, and then you can just grab the ledge.
Oh, okay.
Like it's very hard for them to miss it and be low
Gotcha. Okay.
and out of down smash range all at once.
Mhm.
In
Yeah.
fact, I don't know if that's possible.
Yeah.
There might be like some exact pixel, but I've never encountered it.
Right.
Um, so yes, I definitely think something about the flow of your play improving would be an astronomical change.
Yeah.
And I think that comes down to like being more willing to just play the situation you're in.
Okay. Yeah. Because I was gonna say, do you think that's like a culmination of just learning a ton of more situations one by one, or is it just like
It's both. I think it's
yeah.
Well, the funny thing is, but then like versus Fox, you have to be careful because if you're too busy fighting him, you're not lasering him, and you're
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
which is like goes back to the first lesson where we watched you versus Lucky, and it was like,
Right.
well, never. So there's this weird thing where it's like you have to definitely make the assessment of is it worth fighting in these scenarios.
Hmm.
But I think it's pretty intuitive. Like, oh, Moon rising down airs your shield, I can probably fight him.
Right.
Oh, I have Moon stuck on a side platform and I'm in center stage, I can probably fight him. Now, I'm dash dancing versus Fox and he's running towards me. Like that one's like less.
Right.
Like I would prioritize resetting to neutral versus Fox,
Yeah. So maybe it's like a pay attention to the matchup you're playing. But I
And
think
the
I just
positioning. And like what
Yeah.
they did,
give
because like
myself
also,
more time to make that assessment. I think 'cause
yes,
I don't even know if I'm making that assessment a lot.
I think you're not. Is
Yeah.
the thing. Which is why before you were just never lasering it, now you're like lasering
Yeah,
it.
always lasering. Yeah.
So I think making the assessment, just that would like be a huge.
Yeah. What the?
Yeah.
Oh,
I have no comment on that.
this was the gift, by the way. That was how to avoid down throw down tilt by Squid.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Behold, I got down throw down tilted.
That's hype. I think the air dodge was good. I think though, after getting down throwed, I like double jump instant aerial a lot. And
Mhm.
I don't know if you do it much, but like right here, I would have just rising aerial.
Yeah, I do it sometimes, but
Like he has to counter to beat it. Like
Yeah.
literally. Or dash dance, but then he doesn't kill you, so it's fine.
right.
Yeah, I think this could have
Yeah,
been a huge opening also, where you back aired him and then just like AC bared or rising back aired. So I think if you had done
yeah.
back air, like I would have done dash dance there, just like
Yeah.
as a generic option, not because I had a plan. And I would have
Right.
just coincidentally seen that Moon double jumped and been like, okay,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll jump shine you now. But like I wouldn't lie and be like, oh yeah, I knew he was gonna double jump. I would just be like, I'm just gonna dash after this because it feels
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. So like a lot of the times
It's another one of those where Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say good players are often not good because they know everything. It's just like they choose something that allows them to perform well.
Yeah, exactly. This is once again kind of like the short hop on the top platform thing where you would have given yourself a chance to react and
Yes.
I did not. That was the worst double jump of my life.
Yeah, that was a West Balls double jump.
Yeah.
Say Weston double jump. And then this goes back to I remember when I was watching this live, I was like, man, you really should tech and place more. And this is like I don't think Moon. So like Moon is not reading or reacting off that down throw at all.
Yeah, you're right.
This was another time where Moon did something really bad and didn't get punished. So like, see that down air?
Wow, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. So like, you should really train yourself to notice all of these when you play.
Yeah.
And I think this is something where, like, depending on who you play with, you just don't encounter things like that often.
Yeah.
Like playing Griffin, that probably might not happen much. But like,
Right.
I guarantee you, there are enough people for you to play that like you'll see
Yeah.
them do bad things.
Yeah, and I've been playing that play a lot lately, so I'm playing plenty of bad players. Don't worry.
Okay. Yeah, that's perfect. And then this game, you messed up more laser heights than the last game. So there was the one time you did the high approaching laser and got dash attacked, but this time you did low laser and got nared.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this game has been unique in terms of making mistakes in the corner, and I think that's contributed to you like dying a lot,
losing stocks immediately instead of
Also, if I were to do this laser, I would never shield afterwards.
Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Like you've already taken the biggest risk ever. You might as well, you might as well down air.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know how much you do like the ledge cancel down air stuff on time.
Yeah, I do. I was gonna say here it also.
And then here again, like look at that one, where you dash attacked.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a super juicy one.
Yeah.
And then, funnily enough, I think we talked about it once, and you told me you shine out of shield when Marth does high fair on your shield. But this was a great example of
yeah.
And I think we talked about it, and you're like, oh yeah, I always get that shine when we were watching the Magi set. Or the Mangoes. I forget what we were watching, but does this sound familiar?
So the one I remember was the Fruit Loop thing. Was it Fruit Loop? Where he
Yeah, we watched the Fruit Loop thing with the shield drop, but I also thought we saw a clip where Marth got shined out of shield for doing like bad areas.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm not sure, but this was like a good example of where I would have shot.
Yeah. I see it.
Yeah. Oh no. Okay, so this F smash was not reactive, right? Look at this. So like he whiffed the grab the wrong way.
Yeah.
So that was a good chance to like approaching aerial, or Mango would have approaching lasered probably.
Yeah.
Because most people don't up tilt in place after whiffing that grab.
Right.
And then like you got the sick low laser, but then you didn't capitalize off of it. Like this was great.
That's the lowest laser of all time.
Yeah, that was literally the best laser ever. Like you could have you could have done anything, and then you just shielded. So like this game, I feel like there's a combination of like not being confident in your. It's not even not being confident. It's like you've already done this. You might as well follow through.
Yeah.
You've given up a lot of advantage. You've given him a lot of advantages that he didn't earn, essentially.
Basically, like if I take a risk, follow through. That's like a good.
Yeah, you might as well. It's rarely better to not follow through.
Yeah.
Once you've taken the risk. Or like this, like you had him in the corner.
I baited the dash tag.
Shield drop, like I would not have dash back lasered at that point.
Yeah. That's 2 dash attacks I didn't punish.
Yep. So like even just grinding out the basics and being ready for them, right?
Yep.
You had 3 chances there to punish him for just swinging pretty much randomly. Because that is what the moon usually does.
Yeah, I think he's just in his mind. He wants to dash attack a lot before I have laser control.
Yeah. He doesn't really think about the risk reward. I think Boone just doesn't consider risk reward.
Yeah.
He just considers reward. I think he probably could have laser grabbed on the laser he moved forward in between. See, he did the dash attack in between the lasers again.
Yep.
Like that's a terror. I don't know why he did that dash attack. That's a really bad option there. Because like it just loses to like literally everything after laser.
Yeah.
And it's not like it even worked on you. It's just like he got away with it.
Right. And then I did the back air. That must be
So that's the big thing. Like if Moon's doing a lot of bad things that aren't hitting you, they're just not getting punished.
They're just not getting punished.
Yeah. Okay. I think you're doing a good job not getting hit by his stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, you did the West balls.
Which is what?
Oh, you just did like the double jumps after in the corner. But you got like some really good lasers. And I think that option's really good if they just fall with fair and you fall directly on top of them.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like, isn't that what the real point of that double jump is?
Yeah.
But like, I also think that just like lasering in place one more time or dash dancing is fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Did I miss a fastball on that down there too? That's just
Yes, you did.
yeah.
So you lost the conversion, and then you did Tekken plays F smash again, but you're not actually reacting.
No,
So
I'm
watch
super
this.
not.
He jumps, and then you F smash.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think you're doing a good job not spot dodging, but you still have to make sure to react.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm definitely not trying to react there, so I will look for that more.
Cool. Nice. 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 See? Easy. It's funny how easy that stock was for you. Like,
Yeah.
it looked like you were getting destroyed this game, and then literally, like, you just play this good position, get a back air, get an up tilt, get a back air, get another back air, like, and that's kind of what we talked about, right?
Yeah, that was the only time where I played the shark game and it looked like it made sense. Like
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. And I don't think it looked difficult for you to execute.
Right, no, right? Not at all.
Like, because sometimes it can be really tricky, but I don't think Moon is, like, making it tricky for you.
Yeah.
Okay. You didn't, like, execute properly.
Wave dash out, yeah.
Well, I also think you should have just drifted directly under him and then up tilted. Like, I think if you did this fastball down air to end up directly under him, like, up tilt would be good.
Mm-hmm. I wasn't sure if I had time.
I think it would definitely trade at worst.
Okay.
It might trade, but it might also just win.
Yeah.
I don't think you would lose.
He edge canceled the down air, huh? Because I think in my head, if I shield, it's like a pretty easy punish, like the fruit loop thing.
Yeah.
But then
it's not actually the case.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about. I don't think Moon was covering side B to ledge very often throughout this entire set.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
So I was kind of thinking. I remember watching this, being like, because I saw this part live, and I was like, man, would Moon even cover fastball side B?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like he
with like down tilt.
Yeah, like I don't think he does. Plus, I think you can shorten around the down tilt. So.
Yeah, you're right.
And I think your shortens are pretty good, right?
Yeah. I don't really have mid shortens. I mean, I can do them, but I don't really do them.
Oh, okay. Okay, you should practice them. I remember So, do you know if Marth down tilt hits Falco side B or not?
I've heard it does, right?
I've heard. So Kadana said it didn't, and then I heard that it does.
Yeah, Kalindi said it did.
Okay, so me and Kalindi tested it. I don't know if you heard about this part, but me and Kalindi tested it because he said, "Yeah, like, I can't get it," and then I was pointing out to him, well, like, when you go frame by frame, it's possible that Falco's like he's moving discretely, not continuously.
Yeah.
So it's possible that like the way you tested it never put you in the right positions.
Right.
So we tried a bunch of variations and couldn't get it. But then what I found was that at the timing that hit Falco for side being to ledge, even as low as possible, if you shorten, the down tilt won't hit.
So there's like an unreactable mix-up kind of.
It's an unreactable timing mix-up.
Right.
Because but then we figured out the down tilt can hit the shorten. It's just you have to do it later.
Right, okay.
So I think if they commit to down tilting, it's a 50-50 probably, but there also might still be a pixel that works, and I just don't know.
Right.
But that was my experience testing it.
That makes sense.
Okay, cool. Well, I feel like watching that video is pretty productive, though.
I agree.
I hope you feel that.
Like, when watching this video myself, like, I knew that there was a lot of bad things that we're doing, but watching it with you, it makes it more clear, like, what the bad things are and what I should be doing instead, kind of. So
I think you should definitely start developing that skill more, though. Where, like, definitely, like, I'm glad you watched it on your own. So, like, what I would do is go back and watch this lesson and try to remember what you noticed without me and what you didn't notice without me, and then figure out where the holes are so that you can learn to be able to analyze this yourself.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Because I think that if you go to work on it, but you couldn't come up with the solutions I gave you myself, there's no way you're going to be able to get better at it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So if anything, in retrospect, I wish I asked you about a couple situations, but I wish I had asked you about more of them, maybe.
Yeah, and I think, like, I didn't study it. I had only, like, watched it through. So, but I think for the next lesson, I'll come in, like, having studied a VOD, and then we'll do it.
I think that'll be a good exercise. But I think you can do it with this one, too, especially because we've already talked about it.
Right.
So again, the strat is figure out where the disconnects are, and then try to make generalizations about what thought processes you were not considering that would have allowed you to notice.
Yep. I think to me right now the biggest ones are going to be like allowing myself to react in a lot of spots, or like trying
Yeah.
to react, looking
So
to
like,
react.
how did I notice that, but then you didn't know? Like, what is the
Right.
that? Yeah. Do you have thoughts on that?
I don't know. So for me, I think, yeah, I think I just wasn't looking for those spots. Like I have to go into a match without like preconceived notions of what I think I need to work on.
Yeah,
Because
I think a more literal interpretation will help.
yeah. Because for example, like the short hop on the top platform, in my head it was like, oh, well, I tried to do the mango laser, but he jumped, and then you were like, why did you short hop here? You could have reacted to what he did. And in my head, I was like, oh yeah, I didn't realize that like I could have had the same threat of drop down laser, but still had the ability to react to this random option that he did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think there's two aspects to this. So one aspect is that it is easier for me to point these things out because I already have this notion of these options allow me to react.
Right.
So on the one hand, it's almost like cheating because I already have the answer.
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like on the other hand, I think there's part of it that was figure outable on your own based on the idea that like if I were you and I was watching it and I didn't already have the notion of that, you can still always be like, well,
he's doing a lot of things that I'm like, he's doing a lot of swinging that doesn't get punished.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I would just.
What is it that I'm doing?
Man, he's doing so much stuff.
Yeah.
Why? Like, wow, he's air dodging. Why am I not punished? You know.
Yeah.
Then you can work backwards, and then you'll realize, oh, I'm doing things that are preventing me, and then you realize, okay, so if I just stay grounded, and then what you do is you take that, and that becomes like a permanent concept when you watch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So like, that's how I learned it. It's where it's like you learn it just from watching yourself that one time or watching anyone play, and then you generalize from it, and then now you have your own cheat sheet where like you don't need to figure it out. It's like, oh, you already know. If you're not punishing it, it's probably because you jumped.
Yep. Okay.
And now for the rest of your melee career, every time you see something like that preemptive, you'll know, oh,
yeah,
I could have just not. It's the same with that back air on Fountain where I was like, oh, I would have dashed in.
Yeah, you would have given yourself the chance to react and stuff.
Yes.
Yep.
So now that's just a rule you have where anytime you see something, ask yourself, if I'd given myself the chance to react, would it have worked? And then also ask yourself, was it reasonable to give myself the chance?
Mm-hmm.
Because sometimes it's not a great option. I don't expect you to punish every single thing every time.
Yeah, sometimes that back air, maybe not in this matchup, but sometimes that back air is necessary to not have.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like,
and there are tons of times where I think, for example, I give myself the opportunity to react when Mango's more proactive, and I think him more successful on average.
Right.
I think it allows him to beat Bladewise and Triff in like 6 minutes. You know.
Yeah. Like sometimes it is a decision that it has merit either way.
Yes, absolutely. But now that's another distinction you can start making. So I think giving yourself the tools is very important.
Right.
And I think currently you're going to struggle to implement all this stuff if you don't like teach yourself how to do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because I've always known I was missing something in this aspect, and I think we've like kind of talked about it before. But like as I've like gone to work on it, it's been kind of nebulous for me to be like, I know I'm supposed to react more, but also I'm supposed to laser fast and stuff. So I'm just like, where exactly am I missing the reaction points and stuff? But as we watch, I think if I like play a bunch and as I watch the VODs do what we're doing right now more just by myself, I'll start to see like what I'm doing that's locking me out of reacting.
Yeah.
I think I'm doing a lot of that.
And you know, this applies to like any issue we talked about, even non-reactive ones. It's like anytime you just notice something, kind of try to work backwards and figure out what's going on.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, for example, if I were to watch this video, not knowing much about, like, not knowing what I already know, I definitely would notice, like, man, Moon is kind of just, like, jumping around, and even though he's not hitting the Falco, I'd be like, it never feels like the Falco's getting much.
Right.
So it's like, I would instantly feel like, it feels like Moon is exerting a lot of presence for low risk.
Right.
So if I were to watch that, I'd be like, well, what's going on? The Falco's lasering him, that makes sense. And I'd be like, okay, well, what could the Falco do differently? And my solutions just intuitively would have been, okay, so you can wait for him to land. So you didn't wait for him to land often, right?
Yeah.
And that would be like dash dance down air, his fair landing. Or maybe if I lasered him from a different spot, you know?
Yeah. And some of them were just missed opportunities, like missing the rising nairs when I lasered him.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like I see all these things, and again, I already know these answers. but I think you could have noticed it from that, like the laser positioning thing, or like dashing and countering his landings without having known the answer, just by working back.
Okay. Yep.
It's kind of just being observant of what's going on, and then using like walking yourself through the solutions will lead you to general concepts that you can maintain for the rest of it.
Yep, I can see that.
Cool. So I think that's I'm glad we had this discussion at the end, because I think applying this process will help you more than obviously like me telling you situational.
Yeah, because I was gonna tell you that like I felt recently, so like with this match, kind of just after Genesis in general, I didn't feel great about my play, but I felt like, you know how I mentioned that like I know that I'm bad right now, like I can watch the VODs and know that I'm not happy with how I'm looking.
But that's
right
a huge improvement.
Yeah, so that is an improvement, but it's like, okay, what's the next step now? And so I feel like this discussion is really like giving me that answer, basically.
Hell yeah.
Like, watching a VOD to be like, look, you don't look good. It's like, yeah, but I knew that. But now this discussion is like, okay, here's what you do about it. So.
Yeah. But I think it was good that we did that order, because I think like...
Yeah.
If you can't tell that it doesn't look good, I think that's not good.
Right. Also, I think some of it, like, I had a feeling that it didn't look good, but I wouldn't know exactly the specifics as to why.
Well, because, like, I think when any person who's very familiar with the subject is, like, studying something, like, if you had PP watch, like, a FALCO match, he wouldn't analyze it and break it down in depth. He just knows, oh, that's not what you do there.
Right, yeah.
That's all it is. So, like, I was very much trying to introduce you into, like, the ideas of this is what it should look like, this is how it should be.
Yeah.
Because I think that was really important. Well, like, for my super new students, I don't even do that. I just start with the concepts, because, like, I want them to start with the right foundation.
Yeah.
But, like, since you're a more experienced player, it's like, I could teach you all these things and be like, yeah, they make sense. And then you just, like, keep playing how you're playing, probably.
Yeah. Because there's, like, a lot of things I know about the game, obviously, right?
Yeah,
so it's hard to, like, move forward productively with that, so.
Yeah, I want you to, like, I don't want you to start over or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I want you to, and especially with Falco, I think more than other characters, there's a way you're supposed to do things.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you were a Foxman, I would probably tell you a lot less about it should be done like this.
Okay, yeah.
But I feel like Falco has very clear rules. Like, there's a way you deal with Marth jumping. Like, there's just
right.
Yeah. But with Fox, it's like there's so many ways that are all probably similarly good that ultimately involve just like waiting. So it's like...
Yeah, I think Kalindi tweeted one time that if Fox had fewer options, Fox mains would be better or something.
Oh, yeah.
Something like that. I forget the exact tweet. It was funny, though.
Yeah, I understand what he's talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think for Falco, that's another thing. Like, I definitely think Falco should do certain things. Probably more than almost any other character.
Yeah. Part of it, too, is because he's not fast enough to change things. So, like, you got to play the situation.
Yeah, but also your tools are so powerful that you should just use the right tools.
True.
But then also when you do the wrong things, you just die.
Yeah.
It's just like every single thing comes together to be like, okay, like, this is how you do this.
It's like polarizing.
Yeah. But I think that makes it good, because then you can watch yourself and be like, yes, this good, or no, this bad. Very easy.
Yeah, it becomes easier to discern.
Yeah, like when you watch me versus Articanus, you can tell which parts are, this is how Falco fights Marth, and you can tell which parts are, this is not how Falco fights Marth.
Right.
And I think it feels very good, which I think is one of my favorite things about Falco, that with other characters, it does not feel as good to do what it feels like you're supposed to be doing.
I see, yeah. Like, the intuitive option is also...
Yeah, with Falco, it's like, when what you're doing feels good, it's probably good.
Yeah.
While sometimes you have to do things in other matchups that, like, feel bad, and I don't like that. All right. Okay, let's wrap up.
Yep.
Good talk. Rewatch this one for sure and think on it, and, let me know if you have any questions.
All right, and I'll probably, like, just for me, this next couple of weeks, try to, like, record a bunch of games and do more analysis and stuff.
Yeah, I think I would replace netplay with that.
Yeah. Or... like, if I netplay just, like, a few games, but record them.
Yeah. No, netplaying specific games just to analyze is a great idea.
Yeah. Because I can do that now. I have technology. Haha.
Okay, well, good luck, and we'll talk soon.
Yep. See ya.
See ya.